Hey, this is Daniel Lanier. I'm sitting in the garden center that I built. This is like my little zen area. So if you're starting to get into gardening, which is great, I love the aspects of pulling things out of this garden. Check out the video on building the garden center, because it's not that hard to build your own garden and get into gardening. We know we got cucumbers growing in here. We got habaneros, jalapenos, eggplant, beets, Thai basil, regular basil, mint, onion, chive, sweet potatoes, pineapples. So it's really cool. I love sitting out here and getting this stuff to grow and watching this stuff grow. So if you're getting into gardening, one of the next phases is, how do you get your soil the best possible way it can be? How do you get your soil really nutrient rich? That's by composting. I'm going to show you guys how to build your own compost center out of buckets. Real cool process. Take some of that yard waste, some of that house waste, put it into your compost, and then put those nutrients in that waste, taking it out of the landfill, putting it back into your garden, making your garden nutrient rich. Real cool process. I'm gonna show you guys how to get it going by building your own compost center. Then I'll show you guys just the dynamics of composting. I'll have another video just on composting, so you guys can check that out. But this is Daniel Lanier. We're about to get into building your own compost center. I'm excited. The garden's looking good. We're gonna make it even better once we start adding this compost to it. It's gonna be really cool. It's not a hard process. I know you got stuff to do. I do too. And it's about building a compost center out of buckets today. Let's do it. All right, so you're gonna need 2 5-gallon buckets. Real simple, 2 5-gallon buckets. One of them you gotta have a lid with. Tools, you're just gonna need a drill, and you're gonna need 2 drill bits, a small drill bit and a little larger drill bit. So I'll give you the sizes here in a second. So like a 7/32 drill bit and a 1954 or a 5/16 drill bit. Any of those drill bits will work for what we're gonna do here. So what you're gonna start off with, you're just gonna start off drilling holes in the top of the one that has the top on it, because one of the things you have to have in good compost is good air circulation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work like a little pattern out and drill some holes in here. We'll get that going. Well, before we do that, in our example, you're not gonna need the handles for either one of these buckets. So you can take something like, if you just got some heavy duty scissors, you can actually just cut this plastic right here, and then you can just rip these guys out. But you're gonna have to remove the handles from your buckets for what we're gonna do. Some videos you may see that they didn't have to remove the handles. In our video, you're gonna remove the handles. So if you got something like heavy duty cutters or something like that, you can just cut that. If you got a Dremel or a little saw, you can just cut this handle as well. Just pull that right off. Now the reason you don't want these holes too big in the top, you really don't want a spot for animals to really be able to go down in there and make a nice food place with compost. So you don't want the holes on the top to be that big. Come on, rain's just coming down. We're just gonna keep on working. All right. So as you can see, you got a nice hole pattern all through here, all through the bucket, right through the top. So that's gonna give us some air circulation here. So we got that going on. Now we're gonna do a similar thing on the bottom, but on the bottom we're gonna mix using the smaller drill bit, and we're gonna go ahead and start incorporating the larger drill bit on the bottom. We're also gonna use the larger drill bit to go ahead and drill in the side of the bucket. All right, let's go ahead and cut this handle off. All right, so on the bottom, like I said, we're gonna do a combination of big and small. So it's a pro tip for you. Keep the lid on while you're doing this because it'll catch all the filings in the bottom. All right, so we got the bottom. Now on the bottom, you don't have to go as many holes as the top. So we got the bottom done. You know, these holes are basically gonna be for drainage. So you don't have to do as many on the bottom, but you can add the bigger sizes on the bottom because it's not gonna be accessible to like bugs and insects. All right, now we just gotta pop some in the side. So let's pop a few holes in the side, and we're gonna use the bigger bit on the side. And I'm just putting these probably about inch to inch and a half apart. Doesn't matter. All right, so on the outer bucket, we just did the same thing. We just got some holes going in. And this is gonna help with air circulation as well. It's also gonna help not to create a suction when you put your two buckets together. You're not gonna get a suction seal because it's gonna allow some air to go through there. So you're not gonna have, it'll be easier to pull your buckets apart. Especially once we start getting some things going, that'll help pull the buckets apart. All right. Believe it or not, you're done. The basic compost with a 5-gallon bucket, just the basic compost, that's it. You're gonna take your 2 buckets, you're gonna drill holes in the sides of both buckets. In the inner bucket, you're gonna drill holes in the top and drill holes in the bottom and the sides. And smaller holes in the top so insects and bugs can't get in there and make little eggs and stuff. You're gonna put smaller holes in the top. And I didn't say this before, but you wanna find a bucket that has a lid that's securely on, but you can also get off fairly easy as well. So once you got that, your inner bucket goes in. And you can paint these buckets black to draw in more heat. You know, that black paint will draw in the heat, get your compost heated up, get it going a little faster. Add your compost in, and you're done when you know you got that black gold. That black is all like real black and nice. So you want to go ahead and do that, and then you're just gonna roll it. You can just roll it around. You can also just open it up, take a pitchfork and mix it. But that's it. That's the basic of making a compost station out of 2 5-gallon buckets. Real simple process. So this is Daniil Lanier. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I got a lot of cool videos on there, how-tos, reviews, also some motivation if you need it. Got a lot of cool stuff on there. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check that out. I know you guys got stuff to do. I do too. This is Daniil Lanier. I'm out.